Rated M for mature. Saints Row 2.
The first Saints Row was an Xbox 360 exclusive, and one of the first titles that showed off a glimpse of what was in store for the next generation of sandbox crime gaming. Now, a little over 2 years later, we have the sequel for both the 360 and the PlayStation 3. So, does it break new ground in a world of action crime gaming, or is it just more of the same?
Yeah, I was watching that.
I guess you're not anymore, are you, bitch?
Could you turn the TV back?
Not comparing Saints Row 2 with Grand Theft Auto 4 is like not comparing oranges to orange juice. Both games are made of virtually the same substance. That being said, there are different brands of orange juice, different flavors if you will, and Saints Row 2 does offer somewhat of a different taste. Welcome back to Stillwater, the city that you once called home. That is before being blown up, going into a coma, and being shipped off in a hospital bed. You wake up 2 years after the first game, fresh out of plastic surgery. The first part of the game lets you create your character however you want, male or female, a variety of ethnicities, along with customizable weight, hairstyles, and much more. The game's character customization is something really special, and does allow you to create the gangster you've been dreaming about, or some other off-the-wall monstrosity of human nature. You can further customize your character with the insane amount of clothes the game offers, all of which have varying color and style options. You can also choose from 6 voices, 3 male, 3 female, that suit your personality. And though my Italian mobster voice was missing, there was an incredibly cool British voice for me to put in its place. Oh yeah, back to the story. So you wake up in prison. One of your former gang members helps you to break out, and it's back to business as usual, right? Oh wait, maybe not. It seems a lot's happened since you've been in prison, and the Saints pretty much no longer exist. In fact, most everything in the city has changed, from new businesses to major shopping districts. Stillwater is not the thug-and-love place you once knew and loved. So, what's a now former gangster to do? Rebuild his gang, of course. In order to do this, you'll have to earn respect by completing various activities. Complete a few activities, and more core missions become available. One might think doing a few activities to unlock more of the game's core missions will be a chore, but actually, this is not the case. In fact, there are such a variety of missions that you'll always find something to your liking, whether it be racing, spewing sewage on houses, participating in demolition derbies, or joining an underground fight club. The story in Saints Row doesn't take itself too seriously. In fact, while not bad, it seems much like an afterthought. However, the story cutscenes are incredible, and provide just enough to encourage you to keep playing.
Ish, you home?
But Saints 2 really isn't so much about the story, it's more about freedom to do whatever you will within the environment. One might compare Saints Row to a feeling more like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. At least, that's the vibe I get from it. The graphics in Saints Row 2 aren't as pretty or gritty as Grand Theft Auto 4, but they certainly aren't bad looking either. Stillwater is a massive city, complete with tons of traffic and pedestrians. Sometimes the city's pedestrians don't really give you the feeling of a true living city compared to Grand Theft Auto, but they decorate the environment nicely enough, and when you're in a mission, they're always there to take a few bullets. We have had a few technical issues with Saints Row 2 on the Xbox 360 edition of the game. Though not common, there were several instances when the game locked up. This is incredibly annoying when you've just completed a mission. Still, as long as you save frequently, you won't have a problem. Speaking of saving, it's worth noting that you can save anywhere in the game, and while many may take this feature for granted, it really is a welcome one. Saints' soundtrack may not be as robust as Grand Theft Auto 4, but the in-game sounds are very soothing. Gunshots sound as they should, and massive explosions will bring a smile to your face. Gameplay has also been improved over the previous installment, and everything from gunplay to combat feels as it should. One major difference between Saints Row and Grand Theft Auto 4 is how the cars feel. For example, in Grand Theft Auto 4, cars handle somewhat realistic to how they should in real life. Saints Row 2, however, goes for an over-the-top arcade style of driving. I must say, I personally prefer the over-the-top driving that Saints Row 2 provides compared to Grand Theft Auto 4. The online mode offers an experience that really tops the game off. Besides being able to do missions together, Saints Row 2 offers a ton of unique online modes that will keep you busy long after you've completed the core game itself. Saints Row 2 is a very fun, very large game that will give you a lot of bang for your buck. For fans of Grand Theft Auto looking for a similar experience, Saints Row 2 delivers while offering a feeling that is, in many ways, very different. However, it should be said that Saints Row 2 doesn't offer the refinement that Grand Theft Auto 4 has brought to the genre. But even with that being said, we still highly recommend that you give Saints Row 2 a drive.
Destroy. Gentlemen, dispose of this trash. These saints are proving themselves to be quite the nuisance.
Tell me how we're gonna take out the general.
The saints raised my father.
Yo, can you cut that out? You're freaking me out.
This fight is far from over. Saints Row 2.